Hey friends, Kristinelle here. I was feeling called to go on Instagram and do little snippets of this video, but then just decided, hey, I'm just gonna come on and share this via a longer video. I might edit it, might not, we'll just see how this goes. But I really wanted to come on and talk more about readings, tarot readings, cards, all of that. I had this moment I don't want to say clarity, but I had this moment where I thought, I wonder if what I said in my stories today maybe triggered someone. And I thought of that as me being and for all you oil people out there, this one's for you, a yellow blue. It's a color personality test that I take, or I have taken, and so I always flip-flop between a yellow-blue, a blue-yellow. With that being said, I really am aware of how others may feel or how I may come across, to the point of where it just kind of sits on my mind and just kind of racks my brain. Combine that with being an empath. I hope you can see where I'm coming from. On top of that, I'm also an Enneagram 4 and I'm a Sagittarius. So it was on my mind that maybe I came across wrong. And what I had put in my stories was that I was offering my services, my offerings, and I will put it out there to you starting today. It's August 1st, 2019, up until August 8th, 2019. I am doing 15 to 20 minute video recorded readings for only $8. And I explained a little bit about the readings in my stories for those who aren't familiar with readings. Maybe they're skeptical, maybe my way is different than another person's way, and they wanted to know more about that. Instead of someone asking, I just went ahead and put it out there. This is how I read. And part of the story, I said that I don't open a book. Like, I do not use the books that come in the decks, and I just read intuitively. Watching the replay, I had this surge of energy of like, ugh. And for a moment there, I was like, well, where did that come from? And I had to tune in really quick, and I realized that energy is not mine. So someone within the collective, I feel, that's where that energy was coming from. And I had this moment of, oh shit, excuse my language, but really that's what I thought. Oh shit, did I offend someone? Because I do have friends, spiritual friends, and people who put things on social media or on the internet, and they do read from the book. And you know what? That is okay. There are no rules to this. And one way isn't more right than the other way. I simply put out how I read out there for those, again, who were not familiar with my work, and for those who just really wanted to know what it was all about. In my experience and what I have learned from my mentors and my friends who are on this journey and in this collective is that we all do different things. We all have different things to offer. Our medicine is for specific people, and those specific people will come to you. With that said, I didn't mean to offend anyone or put down anybody, and that was never my intention. And I hope that didn't come across that way, because it's just not how I roll. No, that's not the work I do. But yeah, and just to elaborate more, if you're just kind of coming across this, you're like, what is she talking about? I am a certified Rai Angel Intuitive Tarot card reader. My certification is a piece of paper that I can say, hey, I'm legit in doing this, but it also doesn't mean, again, that I'm more better or I'm less better or, blah, 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 blah. Let's clear away all that ego stuff. What it really shows you, for someone who is looking into my work, is that I am recognized in integrity. I went through all that schooling or mentoring, and I continue to do the work, and I continue to be guided and mentored by individuals because I want to continue to better myself in order to be as aligned as I can be in my highest self as I can be when I'm delivering my medicine out to the world and helping others and walking alongside others and guiding them. So that's all that certification means. It just means that I put in the work, and I think that's important. So I also know that, it doesn't mean anything really other than integrity. Like, what you're paying me for, you will get. This is not like what is the right word? The right way to say this. I'm just not here to like perform for you. It's not about a performance. It's really me working continuously on my energy and on myself to be a clear vessel, a clear channel, to be able to get these messages from the divine and relay them to those who want to hear them or need to hear them. And yeah, so with that said, I do use these. This is the Doreen Virtue and Redley Valentine Angel Tarot deck. This is the deck that I use the most, and there are a couple other decks that I use, but this is the one I tend to go to. I love it. I have a really good, close relationship with this. My energy is infused all through this. Another way that I read is through the Lenormand cards, and this is a very straightforward deck. It's less intuitiveness as it is just kind of boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so I like this way of reading, and sometimes I'll do a combination of both. And yeah, so I use those two decks the most. Right now, again, from August 1st, 2019 through August 8th, 2019, I am offering $8 readings. They will run about 15 to 20 minutes. They will be recorded and sent to you. You can find the link at my website, or go to the link, which is my website, chrisnelljoy.com. That's ChrisnellJoie.com. Period. COM. Go to the menu on the top, hit work with me. It'll take you to a list of things. It says if you want to book your appointment, click that little link there and you do so, and it'll come up with a list of offerings that I have, and you will just click the August 8th special for $8. I think that's what I have it under. It will have you fill in your information. That will get emailed to me. Once I receive that, I will email you back to confirm and ask what question you want to really dive into, and then you'll send me payment, and I will sit with that question when the time feels right within the next 3 days from receiving the payment, and I will tune in and deliver messages for you from source, divine, guides, angels, whatever you label it and call it to be. That's where I receive my messaging. It is not me. It is all channeled through me, delivered to you. The last thing I want to state and say is that I am not a fortune teller. I do not prophesize. Readings are, it doesn't tell the future. There is no real prediction in them because we have free will. And because of our free will, timelines change, outcomes can change. We have control over our free will. We get to choose. That's the beautiful thing about being a divine being in this human body, is that we get to experience this crazy thing called life. And while there is a higher and bigger plan, sometimes the road kind of goes like this to get there. The questions that you ask me will just kind of shed some light on that and offer a little bit of support, and maybe help you in some way, come up with an alternative decision, maybe different from one that you had previously were thinking of or had. And so, yeah, that's what that's all about. So I hope I I hope I was able to shed a little bit more light on the situation. Again, there is no rules, there is no right way, there is no wrong way. My way is different than others. It doesn't make me any better or any less better. It's just whether or not I resonate with you. And so if you do so, please go to my link, check out my offerings, and sign up. I hope you all have a beautiful Thursday, because today is Thursday. I'm a little bit of a nutcase too. I just wanted to share that. But have a beautiful day. Happy August 1st, and I'll talk to you soon.